big thing so I can get some of your money. All right. So in this class, we'll be learning basic programming, how to start off programming, how to build your first program, which typically is called Hello World. Basically, how do we make a computer say hello world back to us? So we'll learn how to do that. But before we get started, I do want to play a quick 5-minute video kind of explaining if you all have heard of what the metaverse is. It's kind of scary, but it's also truly fascinating at the same time. So in a nutshell, the metaverse is a digital representation of the real world and who we are. And I hate to do this, but it is 2022. In this class, I do require you all to sit up and out of bed. All right, pay this class the respect it deserves. Okay, we're here to work. I need you to get out of bed. And the reason I do that, I don't do it to be, particularly hard, although I do hold you all to a higher standard. So my expectation may be higher than other people, but it's because I want you all to get them top dollars. All right, when you graduate, I want you all to start off near 6 figures off rip. Right? I don't want any question. And so in order to get there, you have to present yourself, to a higher level, and you have to hold yourself to a higher level as well. So as long as we are on Zoom, I do require you, again, your face to be present. I require you all to sit up and out of bed and prepared to work, because this class programming is not the easiest and it will require some work. All right. Any questions about that? All right. All right, let me play this video real quick and then we can jump into it. If you can't hear this, let me know.
What actually is the metaverse? Well, if we think of the internet as something that we look at, the metaverse is a version of the internet that we're inside. The idea is that we will experience the metaverse as an avatar, a virtual version of ourselves that we control as we explore this new online frontier. But what will we actually do?
Okay, so Boz, here we are in what might be considered a representation of what the metaverse could be.
Yeah, for us, the metaverse is a spatial construct, as opposed to the previous web, which was really a very linear kind of 2D flat thing. We want this one to be immersive. Now, of course, it doesn't mean it has to be virtual reality. It could also just be on a phone or on a desktop computer.
You might have noticed that we're using the tools of the metaverse to create a good portion of this item. My avatar has been created by a couple of companies, Ready Player Me and Oz. They already create tools for people to make avatars from a photo. It's this virtual version of us which will travel between online experiences in any metaverse.
And then over time, what I'm most excited about is an economy there. And I mean, economy not just of digital goods, sure, and entertainment, that's great, but also services. In an immersive environment, I'm going to have an avatar. I'm going to need a stylist. I'm going to have a home space.
Microsoft has adapted its workplace meeting software Teams for the metaverse by creating a system called Mesh. It's designed to work with a variety of different devices, including virtual and augmented reality. AR, as it's known, projects graphics on top of the real world using headsets like Microsoft's HoloLens or mobile phones.
There's quite a few people that have got fatigued by having to have video chat meetings and things of that nature, and that they realize they now crave human contact.
Human communication is about 5% speech, is about 95% everything else. I've been in my living room with the entire team around the table, right? Making eye contact, where all the gestures are coming into the right place. So it changes completely the call it the screen fatigue we're feeling today.
The next piece of the metaverse puzzle isn't just about seeing these virtual worlds, but feeling them as well. Meta has revealed that it's been working on a glove that will let the user feel sensations like holding an object. The glove has a number of sensors that measure the wearer's movements, and air pockets across the glove surface inflate to create sensation. These gloves aren't quite ready for prime time yet, but they're an indicator of the kind of research that's going on behind the scenes.
All right, so I show you all that because to give you an idea of where tech is moving. So if you've ever seen the movie Ready Player One, that's I don't know if it's accurate, but it's a pretty interesting representation of what the future will look like. It kind of paints a drab picture of what reality would be like, but in I forget what they called it, but the metaverse, you can do and be whoever you want. And so you can fully immerse yourself with those VR headsets, and they have the handheld devices as well. There are social, moral, and ethical considerations for the metaverse. However, as programmers and as people learning how to program, everything you just saw was developed by somebody. Somebody built that with programs. And so with that being said, in this class, you'll be learning how to program. All right, so another rule that I forgot to mention, you have to pay attention as well. So when we get into the classroom, and right now I can't really monitor you all, but when we get to the classroom, there will be no cell phones. There will not be any headsets, right? Any AirPods. There won't be any Apple Watches. I really can't do much about, but you have to pay attention. And so I was in college at one point. I know college is fun. I know you all are going to have your fun, and I don't want to stop you from doing that, because when I was in college, I had fun, and I didn't want nobody to stop me from doing that. So with that being said, when you come to my class, we are about business, all right? We're about learning how to code, how to be effective in your coding. And so as such, I expect that from you all. And so if you had a good time the night before and you find it difficult to wake up, Monday, Wednesday, or Friday morning, or you are just not in the right mindset, whatever that means, just don't show up to class. I'm not judging you. I don't have any hard feelings towards you all. But when you come to class, I expect you all to be prepared to learn, right? And in a different mindset, I don't think you'll be in that mindset to learn. So with that being said, I know I have a lot of classroom rules, but it's because I'm trying to push you all to be the best. I want you all to compete with anybody who graduates from any school. Any of the quote unquote top schools. I want you all to be able to compete with them for those jobs, for those positions, for those roles, or have the skill set to create the next big thing. There are a lot of opportunities with the metaverse to create different types of spaces, but they need programmers to do that. And to be a programmer, it does require work. So you will have to work in this class, and I expect your participation in this class as well. So it's kind of the gist of my ground rules, and I'll talk about that more as we go through the syllabus. But right now, I want to kind of introduce ourselves. I've seen some of you all, but many of you I've never seen before. So I'll go first. My name is Professor James Brown. I am a graduate of North Carolina A&T State University twice over. And at the end of this semester, that'll be 3 times over. So hopefully I'll finish my doctorate this semester. Matter of fact, I'm finishing my doctorate this semester, or it ain't gonna get finished. And I am working here at Shaw. So I started at Shaw last August. I'm program coordinator for computer science. I'm assistant professor for computer science. I'm also the director over the Center for Cybersecurity Education and Research. And I started here at Shaw because 1, I grew up in Raleigh. And 2, Shaw is really, I see it as the beacon of what an HBCU can be, right? And what it should be, because it is the birthplace of many of our HBCUs in North Carolina. Matter of fact, A&T, just a little history lesson, A&T started as an annex of Shaw University, started in the basement. And actually, if you go on Google Maps, you'll see it says old A&T, I think under, I don't know the name of your dorms, but I think it's TOS or something like that. Underneath TOS, it says old A&T, and that's where A&T started. So Shaw holds a special place in my heart. And as such, I came to push, raise the bar, and ensure that you all are ready and prepared for those 70, 80, maybe 90, $100,000 jobs. All right. I had a friend when we graduated our bachelor's, his first job ever started at 75. I had a friend when we finished our master's, he started at 120. I have a friend who we finished our bachelor's together. He's almost at 150. So, the money is out there, but I need to get you all to a level to where you can compete for those jobs. And so I will push you all. I will have high expectations. And I do believe all of you have the potential to meet those expectations, but the onus is on you all to actually put the work in. And just like any skill, whether it be a sport, you all are into gaming, if you're into something else, YouTube channels, TikTok stars, it takes work and it takes time to get good at what you do. Same thing with programming. It's going to take work, time, and effort, but use me as a resource. I'm available, all days of the week to help you all. All right, any questions so far? Don't be shy. We're all family. So the next thing we'll do is I'll have each of you introduce yourselves. Oh God, you have to talk. So I'll start from my list going down. I want you to say your name, your major, and why you chose that major. And if I say your name wrong, just correct me. I apologize ahead of time. So Breland, you are first on my list.
Hello, I'm Breland. I am, well, this is my 4th year. I'm gonna choose to do 5 years, and my major is accounting, and I'm just starting a minor in computer science or computer information systems.
Okay, cool. Elikim?
I'm Elikim. I'm a sophomore. My major is computer information science. I chose computer information science because I wanted to do computer science, but I don't want to develop software. But I also I want to get into data science, but also I just learning gaining information and then finding out the correlations, pretty much data mining and stuff like that. And the best way to do that was either data science or information science. And also the business aspects and the correlations with that, and information science relates to that.
So I will let you know, computer science, just because you do computer science doesn't mean you exclusively do software engineering or building software. I know people who have degrees in computer science and have nothing to do with tech. However, it does set a strong foundation for you. But if you're interested in the business aspect as well, CIS is that marriage between computer science and business. So, all right, Jarius.
My name is Jarius. I'm a computer science major, and I chose it because it's the closest thing to mechanical engineering.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, matter of fact, at A&T, I think I told you, they're all in the same school, so it's a strong foundation. And honestly, and I'll talk about grad school in the future, but having a degree in computer science and then going to a different major for grad school, it's so applicable because in mechanical engineering, you're going to need software, right? Mechanical engineering is cool, but they don't write everything on a piece of paper. They use software to do it. So understanding how software works can definitely be beneficial. Juanita?
Hi, my name is Juanita. I'm a freshman. I wanted to do computer architecture because I want to create my own blueprints and make my own house. But Shaw said computer science is the same thing. So we're going to see how that goes.
So you want to do architectural engineering?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Computer science is not architectural engineering, but that's okay. You might like computer science. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I said I will try it.
All right. Well, we'll give it a try. Who's next on my list? Malachi.
Hi, my name is Malachi Jones. I am a freshman, and I chose I chose computer science because I was always infatuated with the cybersecurity aspect of it. Because growing up, a lot of the people in my family either did cybersecurity in the military or as a government job, and I've always just been around technology.
Well, I'm actually going to talk about that later. My specialty is actually cybersecurity as well. My background is in Android malware analysis, artificial intelligence, and intrusion detection. So with that being said, another thing that I brought to Shaw, or that I started here at Shaw and built, was a cyber operations concentration for computer science. And that's starting this fall. The cyber operations concentration, I'll talk about it a little bit more later. It focuses on ethical hacking. So learning how to break into a computer without ever having to touch it or be in the same room. So how will we do that? But we're doing it for good, right? We're not going to use our skill set for bad, of course not. Also, another aspect of cyber operations is malware analysis. So analyzing malicious software to determine its behavior and how we can prevent it in the future. So that concentration is part of computer science, and it's starting in the fall. So if anybody's interested in that, please let me know. All right, Mark.
Good morning. My name is Mark Brown. I'm a freshman. My major is computer science. I chose computer science because I was interested in the software engineering. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Building software. My friend, who is, like I said, he's making about $150 now. He does software engineering. So there's a lot of there's a financial incentive to learning how to code. All right, Matthew.
Hi, I'm Matthew Kirby. I am a freshman majoring in computer science, and I chose computer science because I like programming and I want to become a web developer.
Same applies. You know, software engineering developer. There's a lot of financial incentive, but it's also interesting because really programming is about solving problems, right? So I give you a problem. Hey, I need a program that when I tell you the temperature in Fahrenheit, convert it to Celsius and spit out what Celsius is. Well, how do I solve that problem? And so we'll learn how to do that. Omar.
My name is Omar Harris. I'm a computer science major, and I picked computer science. I've always been interested in the cybersecurity aspect, and I would also like to use my degree in the near future to try to work for Apple or Google.
So when I said I want you all to compete with everybody, that's where I'm trying to get you all. And it's funny you say that. We're partnered with Apple and Google, so we're on their radar, if you will. And I'll talk about that later as well. All right, last but not least, and I'm sure you are used to being called last because of your last name. I might reverse the order next time. Tyree.
Hey, my name's Tyree, and I am a sophomore, and my major is computer information.
And why'd you choose that?
I choose it because my parents all want me to, do some computer because like I'm always interested in computers and like the systems and like the data and stuff like that.
Okay.
It just catch my
Okay.
eye.
All right. Well, hopefully this class will, pique that interest even more. I know we have a couple architectural engineers, mechanical engineers, I think maybe even electrical engineer, and we have business administration, I think. But hopefully this piques your interest. And like I said, many of you are freshmen and sophomores. I know I got a couple of seniors. When I talk about college is fun, that statement is more so applicable to you all. All right. So just be mindful of that. Again, I'm not trying to limit your fun, but when you come to this class, we are about business. Okay. I see you all as young professionals. And as such, I expect you to behave like young professionals. So when you graduate or this summer, when you want an internship, I can, with high expectation, put my name down as a reference. Now, if you over here, BSing, don't call me for a reference. All right. Now, if you put the work in and I see you trying and you are doing well, by all means, I'll be happy to be that reference for you. All right. So one of the questions I get a lot is what is the difference between CS, CIS, and IT, right? So what's the difference between those three different fields? So I'll start with computer science and kind of work my way to the other two. So computer science is about learning how to build efficient programs, learning how to build efficient algorithms, really at the heart of it. An algorithm is basically, how do we corral this data? How do we corral these different points? How do we solve this problem efficiently with the best result possible? For example, Facebook has an algorithm that monitors how much time you spend, if we talk about Instagram, how much time you spend on what types of posts. It has an algorithm that identifies what's in that post, and it correlates the time you spend per post with what it identifies in that post, puts it in a bucket with other posts with similar characteristics, and then recommends them to you. That's all an algorithm, right? That somebody programmed. And it's exploitative, right? It's trying to get you to spend as much time as possible on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is that y'all use these days. And it's designed so that you spend as much time as possible on that app. But somebody had to program it. Why can't that be you? So again, we're learning how to build efficient algorithms. And again, just because you do computer science doesn't mean that you have to program in the future. But having a strong understanding of what those algorithms do, now you can be a liaison between, the programmers. Hey, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you do it that way when you can do it this way? And the business people. A business stakeholder, that is not feasible. Or instead of doing that, we can do this. You know what I'm saying? You can be a liaison, or you could be a salesperson, whatever. There's a lot of different roles, a manager between those. Now, CIS is that marriage between computer science and business administration. You're splitting between the two. Not as much emphasis on the algorithms and building the efficient algorithms, but you get an understanding of computing and how they work. And then you get a strong understanding of business. Then IT, those professionals are the ones who are responsible for taking the algorithms and software and programs that are built and actually applying that in a business setting. So making sure the business stakeholders can actually use it. Hey, you built a fantastic program. It looks great. It works fantastic. But to be honest with you, I don't know how to use this crap. So the IT people are responsible for making sure it works and maintaining it, doing all the software updates, patches, making sure it works within their business. And so that's the key differences between the three fields. Any questions? And what you'll hear a lot from me throughout the semester is I like dialogue, not monologue. My throat gets scratchy. So I want you all, and I encourage you all to talk back to me. I know in some of your other classes, you may not talk, you may not say a word throughout the whole semester, but I encourage you all to talk. I've taught this class several years now. And what I found is people get lost in the sauce and they don't say a single word, not a word. And so I need you all to talk to me and tell me if you don't understand something, because my job is to make sure that you all are successful after graduation. If you are struggling, I'm not doing my job effectively. Right? Now, granted, you're not going to put all responsibility on me. I need you all to work as well. All right, so I need you all to come prepared and ready to be successful, and put in some work outside of class as well. God forbid you have to study in college. All right, let's talk about the syllabus. So when/if we go back on campus, our class will be in Yancey 117 at 11 to 11:50. Another classroom rule, stole it from Drumline. If you are early, you are on time. If you are on time, you are late. And then at a certain point, you just don't come, all right? So what does that look like? Before 11 a.m., if you come to class and you join Zoom, you are on time. I mark you as present. After 11, you are late. At 11:05, you are absent, and I will not let you into the class, whether it be Zoom or in person. Y'all, my time is precious, and I don't want to spend time within the first 15 minutes of class trying to repeat what I've said. So come on time, in the right mindset, prepared to work. Y'all just follow the rules. It's quite simple, honestly. Just come early and, prepared to learn. So my office hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 to 2. But if those times don't work for you all and you need help outside of class, which I encourage each and every one of you to at least see me one time throughout the semester, I'm available on Tuesdays and Thursdays, whether it be through Zoom or on campus, depending on if I'm on campus. Any questions yet? All right, yeah, I don't have any questions, so that's affirmation. Guess that you are solid, straight. So there's a couple of different categories for your grades. Participation is notes. So every class you will be expected to take notes, okay? At the end of the semester, I have a range. So let's say, for example, we have 20 class periods. This is just an example. It's subject to change. If you have between 15 and 20 notes, each day, then you get an A for that participation grade. Between 10 and 15, B, 5 to 10, C, so on and so forth. All right. So that is subject to change. Don't hold that in. Don't lock that in. So when we start actually doing things in class, I expect you to take notes. Why am I doing this? I have discovered that many of you do not know how to take notes, right? Especially coming from high school. If I took more than 5 notes in high school throughout all 4 years, that would have been a surprise to me. So coming to college, you will be expected to take notes. So I recommend you use the Cornell method, okay? The Cornell method is a way of organizing your sheet of paper so that you can take notes effectively. So how do you organize it? Obviously, you have your title and your date. In this section is where you take your main notes. I'm learning things, key thoughts, things of that nature, maybe some definitions, key terms. Over here is where you put those keywords that you might have come across, and you can define them over here as well. Also, any questions you have, right, that you might not be, you're not quite sure about, and you have a question. Maybe you didn't feel comfortable enough to answer it or ask it in class, even though I feel like I'm pretty personable. You can ask a question. Like I said, don't be shy. If you don't understand something, I'm about 95% sure your classmate don't understand either. So make sure you ask that question so that both of y'all can understand, all right? And then summarize your notes for the day. This is my recommended method of taking notes and structure. Although, you can take this and use it. If not, by all means, but you will need to take notes, and I will be reviewing what you take each class period once we get started. Any questions about notes and participation? All right. Reading quizzes at the beginning of every class. We'll do a quick 5-question reading quiz. It's going to be conducted through Moodle. Now we'll have Safe Exam on, which means that hopefully cheating will be more difficult to do, because I know Quizlet does exist. Ain't gonna lie to you, I might have used Quizlet a couple times when I was in school, but I want you all to actually learn this stuff. So the reading quizzes will correspond to what we learn in that class period. So we'll do the reading quiz first, then we'll learn the stuff. So you need to read before coming to class, or you're going to just guess your way through the quiz. There are only 5 questions. They're not going to take long. We have labs and assignments, and you see the bulk of your grade is going to be those labs and assignments. And then the exams. I understand most people aren't great exam takers, so they're not worth a significant amount, although they are important to your grade. Questions? Comments or concerns? And if I am overwhelming you with this information, just let me know. We can have a more candid conversation outside of class and, you know, discuss the class or, you know, anything really. I'm available. My job is to help you all be successful, whether it is in my class or another class. Again, the notes, I kind of talked about this, but this is what it would kind of look like. Now, this is tentative, so don't hold me to this yet. I'll let you all know when this is confirmed, okay? And again, at the beginning of every class, I'll just say, hey, do you got your notes from last class? Since we're doing it through Zoom, you'll just hold it up. If you didn't take it, I guess you'll just be sitting there looking at me. Either way, I'll record it and we'll move on. All right. So today, again, we're just introducing ourselves. There is no syllabus quiz, so I should take that off the schedule. On Friday, we'll do our first lab, basically how to be successful in this class. And all the weeks will kind of follow this format. We'll lecture, and then we'll have a lab on Friday. Every week, we'll typically have an assignment as well. All right, that's due that Sunday. The labs are due Friday. We'll do those in class, so I can assist you with the labs. The assignments are due Sunday. Labs are expected to be done with a partner, or you can do them by yourself. Assignments you must do by yourself. Please do not cheat. Right? What does cheating look like? Plagiarism. Going on Google and typing, how do I do this? Copy and paste is plagiarism. That is cheating. All right. Going to your classmate for an assignment and saying, I don't understand this. Can I have yours? Copy and paste is cheating. Your first incident of cheating will be a 0 for the assignment for both you and the classmate that you copied it from, if you did. It will also go on your academic record. I will submit a report, okay? The next time you get caught cheating, if you get caught cheating, and that also includes your exams, that will be a 0 for the course, all right? So you are better off turning in nothing than cheating, because there is makeup. If you get a 0, you can make it up. If you cheat, there is no makeup. That is a 0, and then the second incident is a 0 for the course. So don't cheat, y'all. Every semester, somebody always tries to get one over me. Y'all, I was a student at one point. I've seen my classmates cheat before and how easy it was back in the day. Now, I'm not, we're about business. You know, if I hired you as one of my employees and you were like, yeah, I did this program and I copied it from the internet. What? You did what? Do you even understand how it works? Not really, but it works. Nah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna fly. So just don't cheat, y'all. Just do your work and we'll be squared away. All right, the last day to add drop is January 26th. All right. And this is kind of the schedule going forward, okay? Come week 8 will be review and midterm. So review and makeup, you'll be able to make up any assignments and labs up to this point for 50% credit, okay? Not 100, 50%. We'll also have the midterm exam, and then this whole week you can make up your assignments and labs. No reading quizzes. Reading quizzes are final. The assignments and labs, same with notes. Assignments and labs you can make up for 50% credit. Then we have spring break. I never understood why people put midterms after spring break, but ours is before spring break. The last day to withdraw is April 7th. And then at the end of the semester, again, we do review and makeup. You can make up any labs and assignments since the midterm. So starting from assignment 10 in lab 10 down to assignment 14 in lab 14. Nothing before that. Again, 50% credit. And this will be a lot of review for the midterm, okay? So I build in a lot of flexibility for us so that if anything we need to cover more, we can, okay? Let's see. All right, so there's a couple resources for you to be successful in this class. I don't like to just give you all the stuff and then, hey, do your thing. So one thing is the Shaw Computer Science website. It's shawcomputerscience.com. And what you'll see on here is when we have events, those events will show up here. They'll populate here. And we have a lot of industry events. Like I said, we're partnering with Apple, Google, IBM, Cisco, and Red Hat. So they'll have a lot of events coming up. You also can see, if you go under academics, the computer science degree and the requirements for it. You can also see and actually the degree is changing into this one, the general concentration, which if you didn't know, removes a lot of the math that's required for the original computer science degree, which that's changing starting in the fall as well. So no longer will you have to take Cal 2, linear algebra, or one of mathematical statistics and probability. All right, now we just got it down to Cal 1. You also won't have to take strictly physics. You could take physics, biology, or chemistry. Okay. And you have a lot more elective options as well. So this would be the new computer science degree. We also have the cyber operations degree, and these are the requirements and the description about it. So there's a lot more courses as part of the major requirements you have to take for cyber operations, but when you graduate, you'll be ready to hit the ground running. And if you have any questions, let me know. If I go under courses, you'll see CSC 201. It's basically a repeat of Moodle. I just like this format a little bit better. It has all your schedule. I think this is the old schedule. I'll update that. It has the PowerPoints that we'll be doing this semester. Videos will be up here eventually. The reading quizzes, the labs, all this good stuff. I have to update this stuff. It's from last semester, I believe, but labs and assignments. So that brings me to the Shaw Computer Science YouTube channel. I have all the videos from, I think, spring 2021. So if you need additional assistance, if you need some additional clarification, these videos are available. I'll also be uploading the videos for this semester as long as we're on Zoom. So once we go into the classroom, I won't be recording as much. But while we're doing Zoom, I'll record all of these and upload them as well. Another resource for you all, w3schools.com. All right. In this class, we are covering starting from here all the way through methods. All right. We're not doing recursion, so don't worry about recursion. But that's what we're covering. So if you need more clarification, and actually I'll use W3 Schools in this class as well, so that you can get interactive. It also has how to install Java, the syntax, and you can try it yourself. You know, this is our first program that we'll write is Hello World. We're not there yet. And everything that you need to be successful in this class. So use W3 Schools to the most of your, or effectively, because it will be one of your best friends. All right. Events, organizations, we do have ACM. Many of you are enrolled in CSC 475, which is a professional development class. That'll make sure that you all are prepared for interviews. If I were to ask you, right now to conduct a mock interview, I feel like some of you would start sweating. So we don't need that. We need y'all to be confident and prepared for those interviews to make us look good, you know. It's nice that you got the job, but I need you all to make me look good. So that class will be to prepare you for those interviews, prepare you for those big time jobs. We have about 4 minutes left. And so I was going to talk about, what jobs are available for you after graduation. Also grad school. So if you are interested in that, you can stay on. This won't take long, maybe another 10 minutes. If not, I'll go ahead and end class here and you can head on out. But if you want to listen to what the job market looks like and what grad school would look like, because you can go to grad school for free, you can stay on and I'll talk about that more. But other than that, for those of you who are heading out, I will see you on Friday. I'm excited about this semester. I think you all have I don't know all of you yet, but by enrolling in this class, I think you all have at least the interest, and by being in this major, the capability to meet my expectations and to be successful. With that, I will see you all on Friday. Again, if you want to hear about the jobs, grad school, you can stay on. If not, I'll see you on Friday.
Professor Brown, I got a question.
All right, go ahead.
Remember when I met with you last spring?
Yep.
I mean, yeah. And you gave me the thing, like the website and stuff. I had already taken all the notes and stuff from the PowerPoint. Can I still use those, or you want me to take new ones?